Hello everyone, welcome back for another episode of Make It Your Own, a program about do-it-yourself projects. I'm your host, Stephanie Taveras. On today's program, we will have Charlotte Gully. She is the creator of a jewelry line called Charlotte Marie Handcrafted Jewelry. Not only will she tell us about herself and her line, but she will also show a special guest and me how to make our own bracelets. Stay tuned to get inspired. We are back, and joining me now is Charlotte from Charlotte Marie Handcrafted Jewelry. Thank you so much for coming in. I'm so excited. I mean, who doesn't love jewelry?
Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, of course. So you come from a big family. You're the oldest of 5 children, correct?
That's right.
And you mentioned that your mom was very crafty, and you called her you referred to her as being as inspiring as Pinterest before the internet existed?
She certainly was. She had so many crafts every holiday.
Yeah, that's wonderful. Do you recall of any crafts or projects that you did with your family when you were younger that inspire you and what you do today?
Yeah, we always painted our shirts. We made bows for our shoes and our hair, big flashy 1980s bows.
Very nice.
And at the holidays we made reindeers for the neighbors and all sorts of crafts as gifts and such. So
yeah, wonderful. So for the holidays you would do like crafty things and give those away instead of actually buying gifts.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think that's awesome, especially like jewelry. When you give them as gifts, I think they're worth a lot more than any other type of gift that you could give someone. Like this one my boyfriend got from me when he went to Mexico City. This beautiful necklace. So yeah, I definitely do think that sometimes handcrafting your own gifts and jewelry, those make the best because people can actually remember them instead of when they buy it themselves.
And it's a fun thing to do as a family with your sisters and your mom. It's good bonding time as well.
Yeah, definitely. So you would say that those projects that you did with your family kind of made you get into the jewelry line that you do today?
Absolutely. I'm such a DIYer.
Yeah. And how long have
everything.
How long have you been doing this?
About 3 years now.
Wow, that's wonderful. And what made you want to get into jewelry?
Well, I love to buy jewelry.
Yeah.
And I would find things that maybe I couldn't afford them at the time or something, but I just knew that I could make it. And in some ways I thought maybe I can make it better.
Yeah, definitely, of course. And then what would you describe your line? What type of style?
My style is more dainty, very delicate, a little bohemian flair to it because I use a lot of natural stones and healing stones and such. So a little bohemian, dainty.
Wow, very nice. So I do love boho, so I want to give the viewers some boho style tips for wearing boho jewelry with boho clothing. So here we have maxi dresses. They're perfect for wearing kind of matching a boho necklace or bracelet. Also beach attire is great for this type of jewelry.
Absolutely.
Any type of like loose fitting clothing, ankle boots, you can't really see them, but I'm wearing my ankle boots as well. So those are definitely great things to kind of pair with boho type jewelry. I did want to ask you about the line that you do for children.
I make a line of baby bracelets and amber necklaces, teething necklaces. The amber teething necklaces are made from Baltic amber.
Very nice.
And it comes from the Baltic region particularly. It releases a succinic acid, which is a natural pain reliever and anti-inflammatory. So it helps the babies with the pain of teething as long as they're wearing that necklace.
Wow, that's very interesting. I didn't know that anything like that
It's
existed.
very interesting, yes.
Wow, wonderful.
So rather than giving them a Tylenol or you know, a pharmaceutical, medicine, they would wear that necklace, and it always soothes their teething.
Yeah. Wow. Very interesting. That's wonderful. Do you make any other type of jewelry for children?
I do necklaces, some little tassel necklaces.
These
I haven't made
bracelets,
those.
right? These are
I
for
make
children.
these, these
Wow.
birthstone bracelets, and they come in the birthstone, like rubies and aquamarine, emerald, pearls. Yeah.
Very nice, wonderful. And then if people wanted to buy your jewelry, I know that you have your website, charlottemariejewelry.com, but where else could they find your stuff?
I have my entire baby line at Little Bohemian in Laguna Beach. Also on my website, charlottemariejewelry.com. And I have also a couple of other boutiques, one in San Clemente at the outlets, and also another one in Laguna Beach. The shop, they carry quite a bit of my jewelry.
And then do you do charity events as well?
I do a lot of charity events. Yeah, the most recent one was for Miracle Babies. It was a charity for families that have babies in the NICU. And they did a big breakfast at Tiffany's fundraiser a couple of weeks ago that I had a pop-up shop at, and it was so much fun.
Yeah, wonderful. Well, thank you so much for telling us a little bit about what you do. And we'll be right back with the hands-on portion of this segment.
Hi, I'm Brian Rott, President and CEO of Cartmart here in Laguna Woods. My family's been in the golf cart business since 1959, and we win our customers over with the simple belief of we treat you right. We are proud to be the authorized dealer for Club Car here in Orange County and your go-to source for the sales and service to other major brands. We're conveniently located on El Toro Road, just minutes from Laguna Woods. So come by and see for yourself, while when doing business with Cartmart, there's no reason to go anywhere else.
Hi, it's Desiree from Irvine Subaru, where families come first. As a family-ran dealership, your family's safety is our #1 priority. Come in and find the perfect Subaru from the largest selection of Subarus in Orange County. All models are top safety picks by the Insurance Institute of Highway Safety. We offer the ideal balance of safety, performance, and economy. Irvine Subaru, more Subarus, more safety, more performance, more love.
Welcome back, and with me again is Charlotte, and she's going to be showing us how to make some beautiful bracelets. And Delphine Maffei, many of you might know her from Resident Services. She's actually very talented. She does all the decorations downstairs for the holidays. So can you tell me a little bit about the decor that you do downstairs and what inspires you to do them?
Well, our residents inspire me. We really want every resident, every vendor to come into our community center and feel welcome, to feel that we're not just there to do the business of every day, but to really provide a service and to do it with excellence and warmth, and just increase our customer service.
Yeah, great, wonderful. So you're very crafty. You've done a lot of projects. I know that you do weddings as well, part-time. And have you ever tried to do jewelry before?
I never have, and I'm very excited. I'm very excited to learn.
Okay, wonderful. Well, that makes two of us because I've never made jewelry either. So hopefully Charlotte can guide us and we can get this done and make a beautiful project out of it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so tell us what we have here.
We're going to be making a bracelet today. It's just a simple beaded bracelet. We've got our beads here, and we're going to use this satin gold colored bead-alon. It's really durable for the stones because sometimes the stones can have a sharp edge. So it's less likely to break than some of the other string materials that I've used. We have a clasp here, which is a simple toggle clasp. We have a couple gold ones, and I have a silver one over here. And these two tiny beads are crimp beads. That's what's going to hold your clasp on and keep the beads on the bracelet. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take one of these tiny little crimp beads, put that on the end. You're going to take one side of your clasp And you'll put that on. And then you're gonna make a loop with your stringing material and put it back through that crimp bead, like this. And pull that down so it's nice and tight on. Leave a small loop there so that your clasp has space to move around, right? And then we're gonna take these are crimp bead pliers.
Okay.
And they have 2 small holes in them where the crimp bead goes. So you put it on the one, I'll show you a little closer. You put it on the one that has at the furthest end toward the end. Squeeze that down and it makes a little, flattens it out a little, you see? I'll pass these along too.
Now for these, you can't use like any type of regular plier. They have to be for jewelry.
Yes, they have to be jewelry specific pliers. You can get those at
like any craft
Michael's
store.
or Hobby Lobby, yes.
Yeah, awesome.
So you just squeeze that down on the first one, then you move up to the second one and it rounds it out. I'll let you try with those. That looks great. Perfect.
Did I do that right?
Uh-huh. So all the way into the second one there, yep. Squeeze that down, and then you'll turn it slightly right there. Perfect. And I like to cut the little excess tail off. These are little wire cutters.
Awesome.
Once you've got that little tail cut off, there you go.
There we go.
Once you have that little tail cut off, you can start stringing your beads on. And typically I'd have you can measure your wrist to see how big or small you'd like it to fit on your wrist, and I brought a little tape measure if you'd like to do that. I typically just put a bunch on.
And then try it.
Yeah, try it a little bit before I put the end clasp on. So we'll bead these on. And I brought a lot of the stones that I use are healing stones. They have some healing properties to them if you lean that way spiritually, I guess.
Yeah, definitely. Kind of like that teething one that you mentioned earlier.
Absolutely, absolutely. The Baltic amber. In these, what I brought this turquoise here. Turquoise is it's a friendship stone, and it also was anciently worn as protection while you're traveling. So it protects travelers while they're away from home.
I'm surprised to hear that it's turquoise. I expected turquoise to always be that blue.
Yes, yes,
And-
turquoise comes in so many colors.
This is such a beautiful green,
Yeah,
the
it's
different
very nice.
shading in it. And
That one
green
in-
happens to be my favorite color.
Oh, wonderful. In particularly, that one comes from Africa. It's an African turquoise.
It's
Very
beautiful.
beautiful,
So
yeah.
they get a different green. I think the one you're used to seeing is more of a Native American
Yes.
turquoise that comes from Arizona.
Yeah.
And Nevada and such.
And then what other type of healing stones do you use for your jewelry?
I use a lot of labradorite, which actually I brought a stone for you to see. Labradorite comes in a range of grays, but they also will have a blue-green flash to them in the light. So they're
that's
really
beautiful.
beautiful to look at, and just, the iridescence is just stunning. Labradorite is a protective stone as well.
Okay.
It is worn to protect you spiritually from other people's energy, and kind of to help keep you balanced in yourself so that other people's energy doesn't disrupt your own peace.
Very nice.
So-
I like that one. And then this one that you have here.
This one I brought, it's a rose quartz. It comes in shades of pink. It can be darker or lighter. Rose quartz is the stone of love, unconditional love, all kinds of love, romantic love, love between a mother and child.
So since we're talking about stones, I noticed that you have a beautiful pineapple. I love pineapples, pineapple candles, anything shaped with the pineapple, the pillow with the pineapple decoration on it. Can you tell me a little bit about that stone?
Yes, it's a mother of pearl. So it's kind of the inside of a shell. When you turn a shell over, you see how it's kind of iridescent, that white.
It does look
That's
like a
mother
pearl.
of pearl.
Very beautiful.
It's electroplated in 24 karat gold, and I strung it on a satellite chain, which is this chain with the tiny beads. It's 14 karat gold filled chain. I love mother of pearl. It's such a summery, bright, iridescent.
It's definitely beautiful.
Stone to wear.
Very
Thank you.
nice. And then the pieces that you have here, I did want to ask you, this one here, that blue stone, it's so pretty.
So many mistake it for turquoise, but
Yes.
it's actually Amazonite,
Okay.
and it comes from Brazil. I hand wire wrapped each stone on, and it has pyrite in between each cluster of Amazonite stones. So that one's a really fun one.
So beautiful. And the earrings, do those pair with that necklace?
They do, yep. I made them to match.
Very nice.
This one here is interesting. This is moonstone. It's a very feminine, a feminine energy stone.
Yeah, beautiful.
There's many colors that moonstone comes in, from white to peach, gray, and you can see all the shades that it does come in. So I kind of put that in a ombre order there. This here is an agate druzy. It's like the inside of a geode. So we just did a slice of that geode and electroplated that in 24 karat gold as well.
Very beautiful.
Thank you.
I love that. That's my favorite color too.
Oh,
I love blue.
Beautiful,
that's
isn't
perfect.
it? How are you doing on your bracelets, ladies?
We're getting there.
I was admiring your other necklaces and I forgot to string my
That's great. These other necklaces that I've made over here, those are agate slices, and I didn't know before I started making jewelry that agate's a rock, it's a stone, that when you slice into it, it's banded in every color that you can imagine. You can find agate in any color. So I happened to find these two. I didn't find them in nature or anything, but in my shopping at jewelry shows and such, I found these two agates that are just such bold fuchsia. One of them is that fuchsia color that fades into white.
Yeah, that's very pretty.
beautiful.
So that's
The other
one
one's a
stone,
turquoise color.
huh?
That's one stone.
Wow.
Isn't that beautiful?
I love that.
I love agate slices so much.
Very nice. And then you have the tassel earrings.
Very
Those are
trendy right now.
Yeah, especially for the summer, spring and summer.
Yes. So I recommend the tassel earrings when I wear minimal jewelry on, as a necklace, but the tassel earrings are just so bright and fun. They really wake up any outfit.
Yeah. And that way they pop on their own because you don't need much.
No, you
Yeah.
don't. They're really statement pieces. The bracelets that I made on the brown cone right there, the wood cone, those are also agate slices, same as the necklaces. I hand hammered the bracelet part, the wire, and connected those on. They're
Very
really fun
nice.
bangles to wear.
Do you do custom pieces
I
as well?
do custom jewelry. I do a lot of custom orders actually. I've had some bridal orders where they
Very
ordered
nice.
a set of jewelry all matching for their bridesmaids. That's really
As
fun.
their
Wonderful
gift.
idea.
As the gift. I've made a lot of matching bracelets for moms and babies, baby showers and such. Those are really fun.
Very
And also I've, my most interesting custom order was a couple I know had found, they'd collected all this beach glass in Laguna Beach. They were just walking along the beach right before they moved here, when they were thinking about moving. And they'd collected all these little pieces of beach glass, and they've lived here about 3 years now, and the husband brought me all the beach glass. They collected. And he said, I want one of these wire wrapped into a pendant for her for our anniversary of moving here. So I found the tiniest blue one. It was the size of a pinky fingernail, a teeny tiny piece, and I wire wrapped it. It took me a few tries. It was very small, but every time I see her now, she's wearing that necklace. It was a really fun project.
Very
And how
nice.
thoughtful.
Very thoughtful.
Yeah, very thoughtful of him. I thought so too. It was so much fun. So as you're getting close to the end of your bracelet, you'll take the other, are you about ready there? Perfect. And actually, I'm going to measure mine, see how long I made it. I like to do about 7.5 inches. So we'll cut this one off here. 7.5 inches is a pretty general, fits most people. I like to make them a little smaller for my wrist, but when I'm selling, I do about 7.5 inches. And you take into consideration the clasp in that length. Put your crimp bead, the last one that you have, on the end here. And then you'll put the other side of your clasp, your toggle clasp. And once again, like you did with the beginning, you'll tuck the other end. You'll probably want a 7-inch bracelet. That's perfect. Tuck the other end into that crimp bead. Pull it tight. Well, fairly tight. There we go. And you'll use these crimp pliers again. To do your 2 tightening crimps on there. You ready for those?
I am just amazed at my beautiful work.
Yeah.
Very nice.
You are a very good teacher, and these are so beautiful.
Yeah,
Thank
they're very
you.
nice. What's the longest it's taken you on a project?
Oh, well, it depends on how often I work on my projects. I started making jewelry at night, kind of to keep myself busy. I was a dispatcher for an ambulance service here, actually in Laguna Hills.
Wow.
Doctor's ambulance service. And I started making jewelry just out of, I need something to do when there's no calls coming in, right? And so some of my projects I started at night, and I would spend, like this one, where I hand wire wrapped each stone onto the chain, into a chain. That one, I probably worked on that one for about a week.
Wow.
Just putting every single bead on. I would change some things up that I didn't like so much about it, like I added these bezels into the chain. I
very
just thought it needed a
beautiful.
little something extra.
Yeah, so you definitely need to be patient to make
Definitely.
projects like that.
Yeah, it's kind of a stress reliever for me though.
Yeah.
I enjoy
nice.
putting beads and beautiful things together.
Wonderful.
And I think it's so beautiful how you become part of somebody's story, like the story you just shared with us.
The beach glass, yeah,
Yeah.
so fun. That's so fun. Should we try it on you? Perfect.
Great job, Del.
Very
Very
nice.
Oh,
nice.
it is beautiful.
Now you can make a bracelet.
I am really amazed. I thought it was going to be so difficult, but what you work with makes it so much easier. And then it's just so
when you have the
beautiful.
right supplies. you know?
Yes.
Yeah, I was a little bit nervous because I'm very crafty, but sometimes the projects that I try to do, it's my first time doing it and I just make a mess, but this was very easy. You've been great at teaching us how to make
Yes.
these.
And very enjoyable.
Very nice.
Try this one on you.
Beautiful.
Oh, that's so
wow.
Thank you.
Very nice. Now you said this stone, what was it called again?
That's the African turquoise.
African turquoise.
Stone of friendship. I always recommend if somebody's buying something for a friend of theirs, maybe consider turquoise.
Okay.
And now we know it comes in different shades, which
It
is
does.
beautiful.
Yeah,
Very
lovely.
nice. Now, for my favorite stone is the rose quartz. I just like the pink.
Yes.
And what other stones would you recommend as a gift for maybe like a friend or a loved one?
It's all about taste, really. You can't go wrong if you're meeting their favorite colors, because you can find stones in every color that you can imagine. Pearls are always really lovely. Yeah, everybody loves a nice pearl. And they don't have to be as expensive as when you hear, you know, pearl necklaces or pearl bracelet. They don't have to be as much as...
Yeah, and they're timeless.
They absolutely
They
are.
are.
They go with everything.
They do go with everything, very simple.
Yes.
Well, thank you so much, Charlotte, for showing us how to make these.
Yes,
And thank you all for
thank you,
coming
Charlotte.
in.
It's been such fun.
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun. Thank you for sharing about your business and how you started making jewelry. And it's very inspiring to see other people taking a hobby to an actual business and something not only that they enjoy, but that they can share with other people as well. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
wonderful.
Yes, thank you.
And stay tuned because we will be right back, and I have a special surprise for all the viewers here in Laguna Woods Village.
Adapt to It believes that you should be able to do the activities at home that are important to you. Being safe and independent in bathing and mobility will make you feel happy and self-sufficient. Let the professionals at Adapt to It assist you to choose the perfect items to help you live the beautiful life you deserve. Adapt to It delivers, bills Medicare, and many of our products are made here in the USA. When you can't change it, adapt to it.
Parkinson's disease is a neurological movement disorder affecting an estimated 1 million Americans, including many under age 40. The American Parkinson Disease Association is the largest grassroots network in the United States, working to help ease the burden and find the cure for those coping with Parkinson's. Visit apdaoptimism.org today to find out how you can help millions live with dignity and optimism. Your action today will help APDA put an end to Parkinson's disease.
Welcome back. For those of you at home, we have 2 pairs of pearl earrings sponsored by Jewelry Television, Channel 20 or 420 if you're watching in high definition. We will be giving them away to the first 2 viewers that email us at village.television@vmsinc.org. To close today's show, I want to give a special thanks to Charlotte for coming in and showing us how to make boho-inspired bracelets. If you'd like to purchase one of her pieces, visit her website at charlottemariejewelry.com. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll see you next time on Make It Your Own with another inspiring project.